All right, grade 10s. I know we did these notes in class, but I figured for those of us who didn't make it the last week there, I'd throw up the last two examples. The rest of these, I believe, are already links in the classroom. So these are two examples. I'll do the first one where we're passing through 2 points, and then I'll do another one where we're passing through a point and given some other piece of information. So writing the equation of a line passing through point A, -5, 2, and 4, -3, we've got to remember to label our points first off, just because we're going to use a slope formula. So I'm going to call that one x1 and that one y1. And then we got x2 and y2 right here. As we think back, we always need a slope and a y-intercept for the equation of a line. So given 2 points, we can always go back and think about the slope formula. M equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Substitute the values that we know into the formula. We get -3, minus y1, which is 2, divided by 4 minus a minus 5. Okay, so now we'll simplify this. And this will be the slope of our line. So we've got one of the two things that we need. So I've got -5 over 9. Perfect. So let's make sure we recognize that. Okay, so now, as well as the slope, we always know that the slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b. So that's great because we know a y value, check. We know a slope, check. And we know an x value. So the only thing that's missing is our b value. So now we can substitute either point A or point B, and it doesn't matter whichever one you want to use. I'm just going to use point A because it's the first point there, and we can go and solve for that. So I'm going to go back to red here. So 2 equals our slope that we found right there, -5 over 9 times -5 plus b. And once we solve for b, then we can just write our answer down. I don't like the fraction, so of course I'm going to multiply everything by a 9. So when we do that, we get 18 equals, it cancels the 9 out right there, so I'm just left with -5 times -5 plus b plus 9b. There, I almost made that common mistake of missing that 9 on the b. So we got -5 times -5, that's 25. So in order to get rid of it, I got a minus a 25 here on both sides. That'll cancel there. I'm left with -7 equals 9b. And of course, let's divide the 9 out. And now we can see there's our b value. B equals. So I got the two things that we said at the beginning of this that we need to write an equation of a line. We need a slope and we need a y-intercept. Once we have those two things, we are done. So let's go and write our equation of our line now. Down here, y equals -5 over 9 x minus 7 over 9. And there it is in y equals mx plus b form. So that's about as hard as it gets when you got 2 points and a line passing through it.